So, ironically, I have to talk about this as I was discussing this with the Ron DeSantis video as he was banning books. From K to 12 to K5, I guess. Alright, on pen.org, August 1st, 2022, New York, 52 books by 41 authors will be removed from the libraries of Alpine School District in Utah, the state's largest district. Following a decision made by the district, the ban affects noteworthy titles such as 19 Minutes by Jodi Picoult, Forever by Jody Bloom, and the 2015 Caldecott Honor Book, This One Summer, by Maruku Tamaki, and illustrated by Julian Tamaki. The books were selected for removal after an internal library audit determined that they contained sensitive material under a new law and, quote, do not have any literal merit. 21 of all titles removed, 42% featuring LGBTQ characters and or themes, of course. Jonathan Friedman, director of Free Expression Educational Programs, PEN America, in response said, quote, sweeping removals of books are not supposed to be a routine thing in school libraries. Students have the right to learn the variety of human experiences and perspectives that these books provide. Serious questions remain about how this decision was arrived at and whether the state statutes were properly applied. Friedman said, quote, this is a concerning escalation of the book banning we saw last year. Elected officials and attorney general are now erasing and encouraging banning, facilitating the full fulfillment of demands from local activists. We call on the Alpine School District to retain these books, demonstrate greater respect for considered processes and students' right to read. PEN American Utah chapter leader Paisley Reckdahl said, quote, Alpine School District ban on these books, some of which are beloved texts from my own childhood, is a grave and disappointing mistake. Banning books that tackle the complexity of sexuality, gender, and identity, the young adulthood of the misguided fear that young readers can't distinguish between fact and fiction and won't be able to comprehend and even critique for themselves any ideas that challenge them is both patronizing and naive. People long for more, not less complexity, and young readers should give the text and tools that allow them to navigate the world that they actively live in. The audit was catalyzed by the passage this spring of the new law HB 374, quote, sensitive materials in school, and new guidance released by the Office of Attorney General on June 1st that directed to local education agencies, quote, to immediate remove books from school libraries that are defined as pornography under state statute. At a July meeting, the Alpine School Board explained that they conducted reviews of 275 books from lists provided by parents over a 3-day period, resulting in a decision to remove these 52 and to put 32 additional titles into a more thorough investigation this fall, and they can be read cover to cover. About PEN America. PEN America stands at the intersection of literature and human rights to protect the open expression of the United States and worldwide. We champion the freedom to write, recognize the power of the word to transform the world. Our mission is to unite writers and their allies to celebrate creative expression and defend the liberties that make it possible. Learn more at pen.com. So they're essentially using grooming card logic and blaming books for going too far when it comes to information. And obviously, as I say this won't just stop there. I literally always say this. I'm placing my bet, honestly. We might see book burning in the next few years. but we're only in the symbolic, vague gesture phase of this type of attack. I think this is stupid for me to feel because we're global and why wouldn't I know these books are around, but it's pretty surreal seeing books like Crank, Fallout, and Impulse by Ellen Hopkins on there, since I lived with somebody for a while who had these books about drug addicts and the struggle and the issues that it causes. So yeah, this is literally happening.